Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You really like that? Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network. Is it Saturday?
It is Saturday.
On a fine Saturday morning here inside the studio, my timeline is an absolute wash. Not only do you play on like a midweek on those New Year's Day games, but it's just, it's chaos. Welcome in. Have a great one for you today. I don't have much of an open because, guys, I didn't think there wasn't a snap in this football game offensively for Ole Miss not worth breaking down. I think I skipped like 4 plays total in the 75 snaps that they took, 43 of them in the first half of the football game. Just got done telling Jonathan before we started, if you're going to score 39 points on Georgia, you basically have to have the ability to go on 7 or 8 11-play drives. Like, you have to be almost set up to have like 8 15-play game opener scripts. You know what I mean? Like, we talk a lot about opening scripts in football, about teams having preparation. These guys had all kinds of different stuff loaded up for Georgia, and I don't know how they did it, considering all the talking points we had about how distracted this offensive staff was, considering all the movements they got going on with LSU. An absolutely dialed performance from Trinidad Chambliss and this coaching staff. This offensive coordinator specifically in Charlie Weis Jr., who, I mean, we don't do a lot of give them 3 no more. I'm just going, I mean, my God, son. An absolute performance from the offensive coordinator as well. Excited to do this with you guys today. Hey, got a couple of rules around here. If you learn anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All right, Jonathan, I've made the decision that my voice is on the teetering. I mean, it's about ready to just tap the mat and get up out of here. I have made the decision we're going to grind our ass off until it decides it's going to do so. Maybe even beyond that. How about that? I mean, it's the end of the season. We ain't got much left. We got how many days? 12 days?
I think so.
We got like 14. What is today? The 3rd? We got 16 days left of college football before the national title is played, and then you guys really go into the desert and don't give a damn about nothing, okay? So we're going to grind. I hope y'all are here for us. Hit that thumbs up button, and let's get after it. All right, play number 1. Play number 1 right here. These first 3 plays of this series, I thought it was like the epitome of what they're about to do. They had 7 yards in a cloud of dust type of offense. You ever heard of the 3 yards in a cloud of dust? This was 7 yards in a cloud of dust type of offense, okay? A lot of these 1st and 10s ended up in 2nd and 3s, ended up in 2nd and 2s, and those are really, really ideal counts, as we call them around here, and they did it like this, okay? Motion away, get a nice void in the defense, okay? And look how tight this window is to complete this football. They didn't make it easy, did Georgia, throughout this football game. Ole Miss continued to execute, as you will see, okay? Let's get it right here from the tight, and you'll see. Now, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks on this channel. I don't know if there is a quarterback that gets to his back foot and gets the ball out with juice faster than this kid. Okay, in the RPO game, in the quick game, whatever it is, his ability to get into this position right here and get that ball out, watch how fast it happens in full speed. Watch him get to his back foot and spit that ball out. It doesn't get much quicker and efficient than that. What that creates is like, you only get so many opportunities to really rush him. You only get so many opportunities to get home on him, all right? It almost requires you to be ready to rush him with full intent all the time, but somehow get back up and get your hands into the passing lane. It's hard, okay? And we talked about these guys going to the football game. 19, 11, and 17 are just tough-ass football players. We're going to see some plays from Caden Lee today that just make you, if you're a ball lover, if you love tough football players, make you just be like, okay, as we do all the time on this channel for Gunner, okay? This is all 52 right here, making an incredible play. I thought Christian Miller played great. Okay. I think he's the one who falls back in on this. Yeah. Great job by 94 and 3 and being strong at the point. All right. But we force a third and short here as an offense, or as a defense rather. And the offense, what do? We pick it right back up with a 4-yard run. That's what I'm talking about. It felt like, and this is only presented by that 7-yard completion on 1st and 10. You'll see a lot of that as this study continues, okay? This guy, Jonathan, I think does a better job than any back I've ever studied of pressing it before he bounces, okay? You're going to see a lot of bounces today. You're going to see a lot of cuts from 5. But his aggressiveness towards the line of scrimmage creates a vice action from defenses. Everybody's doing this because he's doing what? He's pressing the line of scrimmage. He's being patient, getting forward instead of just immediately getting outwards. Do we all understand? It creates this action from this defense, so when I inevitably do bounce, I got much more yardage out there. But he's also really, really great in between the tackles, finding yardage available. We found another one. Okay, he ain't quite Keontae Scott just yet, because Keontae Scott's out here at 25 years old, 24 years old, turning teams over for pick sixes. Okay, but Rayshawn Dinkins is officially already 2 games into his career, not to be trifled with in the screen game. You are not to go out there and think you can block 27. He will shove it in your face. Okay, watch this. I mean, these plays are made. He ends up clipping Stribling right there and ultimately making this play. Now, I know he doesn't get credited for the tackle, but the only reason 5 and 4 can pursue like they do and get to the rock is because 27's out there setting a firm edge as a young football player. He's going to take it to a tight end in the middle of the 4th quarter. It's rather impressive. They get off the field right here, does Georgia to start the football game, or rather to start the football game, because on 2nd and 10 right here, we force a 3rd and 10 as a defense because of this elite punch out right here by KJ Bolden. Watch this. Boom. Just gets to the rock right there and punches that ball out. But, hey, I think it's there for the offense in Trinidad Chambliss and Ole Miss. I told Jonathan before the show started, I didn't feel as if there was ever a moment where Ole Miss didn't move the football effectively. All right? It required individual excellence from Georgia just to get stops. You know what I mean? Like that right there. Great punch out by 4. I just left this 3rd and 10 on the clip because, I think it's a tipped incompletion. I think is what this is, or maybe just an incompletion in general. But what an absolute pass pro rep right here from this guy. Okay, a lot of people talk about his ability to run the football and his playmaking ability, but I have seen this young man strike the soul out of human beings that I know are going to play this game for a long time. You know what I mean? It's a great job by Elijah Griffin creating pressure right here. I think that's another reason why, this errant ball's a little errant of a throw. I do want to point out here, you got stops early playing man-to-man, okay? And it kind of was the 3rd down game plan, it seemed. We're going to play some man-to-man. Hey, also it was the 3rd down game plan the first time you played them. And I didn't hear nobody complaining when you got stops in the 4th quarter. It was also the game plan the entire 4 quarters against Alabama. I damn sure didn't hear no complaints then. So we are very results-based with our complaints as analysts, and especially as fans, and that's okay. But I do want to point to this. I still don't think we were 100% clean in every rep, but we don't have to be when we pressure and play man-to-man, right? We have to be good on the guy that he ultimately goes to and good at the top of the drop, which we are right now, right? We're really, really good at the top of the drop. But I want you to kind of see this right here. We get snapped off right here, okay? And he continues to run out. But, hey, the ball's already out because we got pressure, so it doesn't really matter. First stop of the football game for Georgia. Good hot start defensively. 6 plays and a punt. Now, this play felt like it was designed to bounce, Jonathan. And I always say that because of the way that the wide receivers are attacking their blocks, okay? These guys are almost attacking upfield shoulders right here instead of fighting to get their head across. Okay, watch the angle, especially from the slot right here. Normally, if we're trying to run this ball inside, Jonathan, that dude's going to run his ass to the point and try to get his head across this defensive back before the defensive back hides or adds into the count. But watch how kind of patiently he almost attacks the upfield shoulder of 27. Look at this. And then the play ultimately bounces. I don't know. I could be crazy. Either way, it almost looks designed because of how great 5 is at pressing the point like we were talking about earlier. Watch him. He almost gets buried in the box. 5 gets lost here, okay? A lot of pre-snap stuff going on here, huh? Press, 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 press again, and then bounce. He pressed the middle of the line of scrimmage twice, didn't he, Jonathan? He's going to press this hole, then bounce here, press this one, then bounce it again and get outside here. Watch this. Press, 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 bounce, press, 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 bounce again, and now 5 gets ran by with an outside shoulder free. We coach all the time, got to keep that outside arm free, don't we? And he does. He's trying to squeeze it as tight as he can while keeping the outside arm free, and then gets bounced twice by an elite back right here. It's a great tackle from 4, but it doesn't matter. We gave up 9 yards. We had him on their 1. Now, this is a really I want to show this from the tight first because this is a really tough play for 90 to make. But we have a critical mistake on the outside. We have an absolute critical mistake on the outside. This is number 90 right here. So a really tough play. Now, did we design to have you put at the feet of the running back behind the line of scrimmage? Yes, we did. Great job, DC. Do we expect you to make this play? Yeah, probably, but that's hard. That's a really great back right there, okay? Now, here's the real problem. We cannot, okay, and if you're a Miami fan listening to this today, we cannot over-pursue this box. That both of these ball carriers, 5 and 2 or 6, are really good at pressing and bouncing. So you might think you're running into what is a crowded area and we're going to add our hat to the equation and all that good stuff. No, sir. You need to remain the furthest outside player. Because if the furthest outside player gets bounced on, it's a problem. This is a 17-yard gain right here, and we have them backed up in their own end. We can't do this type of stuff. Watch 15. Think this play is over, and we're about to add ourselves to the count. Look, we're already in potential trouble right here for a potential bounce. We almost have to play through this wide receiver at all times and vice back to our free hat right here in number 4. Do you all see this picture right here? Watch this. Continue to dive in further, and now we're really in trouble. Amen? Two plays, 2 handoffs, ball at the 27. They're out of a tricky situation and a great punt, and down by London Humphreys. Hey, this Chris Cole guy is pretty damn good, man. There's a lot of flashes still on this defense, okay? They just did such a great job stacking drives, man. There's a lot of flashes on this defense. This number 9 covers so much ground, man. So much ground. I felt like some of your best and highest points defensively, if you're a Georgia fan listening to this today, were Chris Cole. I thought, Dinkins played really well. I thought Bolden played really well, okay? I thought Elijah Griffin played really well. You see what I'm getting at? There's a lot of underclassmen that had really good games in this one, and they'll be back for this football team next year, okay? So there's a lot of bright spots and young football players on a defense that didn't play good, man. It didn't play good. We're going to talk about the offense tomorrow, but this is a defensive loss. That's why we're about to spend 2 hours here today, okay? This is such great feel at the quarterback position. Boom. Immediately click down to the check down right here. Not waiting it out or trying to create a play with yourself or by yourself, okay? Because there's really nothing down here. We're rushing through 4, dropping 7 as a defense, okay? We forced a dead area check down. This is a 12-yard gain. But I think it's Isaiah Horton bending the edge right here after a stunt as a free rusher, okay? And boom, that's just such great feel at the quarterback position, getting the ball out. We got to get down right there. We got to get a tackle right there as the ball gets caught. But this was the magic I felt like as a coordinator as well. Okay, 1st and 10, they didn't do a lot of hunting on 1st and 10. They did a lot of let's hunt on 2nd and 2 by calling stuff like this as an RPO right here that puts them in a short yardage situation on 2nd down. They were so good on 1st down in this football game. Hey, make a guy miss too and then go pick it up. Now it's 3rd or 2nd and 4. That's such an advantage for the offense. Instead of being in 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 12, which was I checked the box score maybe one day, I felt like the entire first half, Jonathan, Georgia lived in 2nd and long. I felt like the entire first half, and they did not. And I felt like that was a major difference. That's why they're allowed to. That's why they took 43 snaps in the first half, because they constantly were doing this and then chunking it up every once in a while. See what I mean about getting to that back foot on this kid? Look how fast he gets that back foot back into the ground and rips. Got to make first tackles against these guys, man. Cannot give them 4 or 5 yards after contact. I think the other thing about him, did they hide the tight end at running back? Hey, I'm going to tell you what, anytime we see this guy attached or rather with the quarterback either right here or whether he's right here, or if he's right here out of empty, we better be expecting rollout. We're going to see that in a second. But if he's anywhere near the quarterback, expect quarterback run. Be cued into quarterback run. I didn't even notice this last night or this morning when I was watching this. But here's what the note said. He's the second best back that they have. He played elite as a passer in this football game. But look how he presses these blocks too, Jonathan. Look at him. Press, bounce. I mean, god dang, it looks almost equivalent to what we just watched from Lacey, didn't it? From a helping my blockers standpoint right here. And then to have the awareness to stick the ball out before you go out of bounds is really, really elite as well. All right. I want to talk about all this. Okay. They present empty. Georgia has a corner over here, the running back. That automatically lets us know what, Jonathan? Incorrect. Zone coverage, right? If it was a linebacker running out there with the running back, we know they're in man-to-man coverage. Nobody's burning a corner and bump and run man-to-man coverage on a running back. We're going to put a linebacker out there. So the moment we see a corner expand out there, we know we've got zone coverage. So we give an indicator to the quarterback, one. That's an awesome thing. But also, now we've forced zone coverage, all right, and we can work with that. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the tight end at the end of the line of scrimmage, and we're really going to have him hammer down in what we call secure the edge. And then we're going to roll the quarterback, all right? And what's going to happen here is Georgia's going to spend 1, 2, and 3 players on a side of the field that's only going to have a running back on it here in just a second, all right? That's elite structure. We're going to burn 3 defensive players on 1 running back, and not only that, we're going to roll the quarterback away from those 3 players we just burned. All right, so now what would be a good count for Georgia number-wise gets a running or a quarterback and a running threat rolling into a zone structure that has 4 defensive players, and Ole Miss is going to run a route tree that gets 3 options over there. Okay, so we're going to play 3-on-4 as an offense. You got good counts as a defense, but my quarterback can run too. So your counts really get messed up now, right? So it's really, really good offensive structure right here that creates a first down on a 3rd and long right here, okay? See what I mean? We got them burning numbers. We got 1, 2, 3 threats over here with a rushing quarterback, all right? And we've got a running back over here, and you've kind of torched 3 of your better players. Do we see that? And he picks it up. Really, really good offensive structure right there from Charlie Weis and the Ole Miss staff. All right, Jonathan, we are officially through our first page of 4. Can I get a timestamp just to see how long I'm going to go?
20.
Woo, we better step on it. We better step on it. I love this, okay? They're in 4-by-0. You see this? 1, 2, 3, 4-by-0. Okay? No threats over here. So if you're this corner, what should you do? You daggum right. Add yourself into the count. But before you do, hey, make sure you tell this safety, hey, you got no flat help over here. Watch this. I believe there's a moment of communication between Dalen, yep, right there, Dalen and Ja'Cory Thomas up at the top. Okay, there's a brief moment of communication. I'm about to add myself into the box. He does exactly that, but instead of a -2, it ends up in a 1-yard gain, okay, because of the back. Not because of nobody else, because of the back. The back's really, really special. I mean, that's a TFL 90% of the time. Instead, by the way, this right here, wrong all damn day. You know what I had to do, Jonathan? Because they're playing so fast. You know what I had to do? I had to go pull up the ESPN drive chart just to figure out what the hell's going on. All right, play 16. I thought this was a we're going for it on 4th down call right here. Because they throw this very, very well short of the sticks. By the way, man-to-man coverage again right here. All right, and that's a man beater. We got a rub at the top with 2 wide receivers and trying to get to this arrow right here to Stribling. My only thing is, like, if we're going to rub, you know, it's 3rd and 10, not 3rd and 5. This was an interesting call. I thought this was, can we get into 3rd and 5 and then we'll go, or 4th and 5 and we'll go on 4th and 5. But they get an incompletion right here. But it doesn't matter because the daggone kicker was good from 70 in this football game. That game winner is a 45-yarder, I think. So. Jonathan, it hits the top of the net. Dude's got a nuke attached to his leg. But right there, man, like we go through 2 possessions as a defense. We get 2 stops, okay? They get 3 points. Jonathan, they took 16 plays in those 2 drives. It wasn't like you see what I mean? It wasn't like you ever really stopped them from moving the ball, even when you stopped them from scoring points. Now, I could ask for a turnover here, 18, but can I at least get a fingertip on this football? Okay, can I at least, on this RPO right here, again, on a 1st and 10, let's make sure we get into 2nd and 2, right, Jonathan? It's a tremendous game plan by Charlie Weis, but I need a fingertip right here. Hello. I mean, we're right in the spot, man. I got to get a finger on this football somehow to dislodge it. Instead, it's 2nd and 6. Now, he had some great moments in this football game, but the young freshman did get left in the mixer just a couple of times, okay? He blocks himself right here. Great job by Stribling. This was that moment of the football game, Jonathan, where they're about to hide Stribling, and they're about to get 85 yards out of this package the rest of the football game. By the way, I did call and confirm they had not done this all year. They had not taken Stribling and hit him anywhere. You know what I mean? This was brand new, dusted off for you guys at Georgia. Get put in the mixer right there. Great block on Ellis. Right? You know, I also know you hadn't done it. I don't think Ellis Robinson was prepared to play in the box in this, you know. And they're going to mix up the look, does Georgia, from how they ultimately defend this as they get more and more looks of it. But, I mean, it's great coordinating to be able to stow things away all year. I mean, now he's hidden as an H. You know what I mean? They're going to do all kinds of stuff with him. It's a great job by Elo right here, taking away something that they're trying to do. They're trying to hide him and run him right here. They're going to ultimately get a massive completion off this because the quarterback's absolutely dialed. But great job right there by 18, taking away an explosive. But here's the deal. They take away this explosive, and the deep over to Harrison Wallace gets thrown not only on time, but in the spot for this kid to win. Go throw it up. Go let that guy go up for that football against a corner that is in trail position. 2 back-to-back plays where, 27 gets taken a little bit of advantage of, all right? Last time in run support, this time they get him in pass, okay? But, I mean, what a ball, right? And what an ability to click through your reads right there from Chambliss under pressure. I mean, Five's getting home right here, guys. Just an absolutely historical performance, I felt like, from both the coordinating staff and the quarterback, obviously. I mean, I'm very curious to see how this offensive line does against Miami. It'll be a very curious thing, but here's the deal. The coordinating is so good, I felt like, and the fact that both people in the backfield at all times, unless it's, 22 is still pretty good. But 5 and 6 scare me so much as a defense that it doesn't really matter if we destroy everybody up front. I mean, you're going to see a clip right here where we lose every single one-on-one. But we get 5 yards on this play because the double team moves somebody. And the double team should always move somebody, right, John? It's 2-on-1. But we lose every other one-on-one as an offense right here. Doesn't matter because the back's so damn good, right? We win right here, and that's it. Everywhere else, we get our ass whipped as an offense, and it doesn't matter, okay? I mean, 99's jacking up the down block right here, okay? 9's going to stonewall 51 right here, okay? 6 is getting off of his block, or 5's getting off of his block and winning, but they get movement at the double team, so it doesn't really matter. I guess the only one really winning is the center right here on this back block on this shade technique. I felt like you won some of these one-on-ones early, Jonathan, as a cornerback room, okay? Ellis got some of these, okay, but he gets got a little bit later, as does the rest of them. I mean, it's a game of one-on-ones, and that's the way you make it against this Ole Miss staff, because I do believe that if you just play zone coverage, Jonathan, they'll just dink and dunk you the whole day. They're far too well coached as a quarterback room. Just hope you get into enough 3rd and 5s where tips and overthrows or tips and mistakes can get you off the field. There's a tip right there on 3rd and 5, and you get off the field for 3 points again because the kid's good from 70. I mean, look at that. That ball's at the 34. And he's about to hit a nuke. First 3 drives, right? First 3 drives, you get 1 stop, and they give up 2 field goals. They took 22 snaps. That's a lot. Leave this on here. I think it's a great rep by 90 and 81. Watch these 2 football players right here. Great rep by these 2 guys. 81 holds the double team. 90 shreds his. They both peek and shed at the same time. Okay? They find the ball carrier and vice it. Boom. Great rep by those 2. What a tremendous job right here by the running back of finding a way to the sticks. Okay, we got a little bit of an over pursue. I would say a bit of an over pursue from him, and him. I mean, at one point, all 4 of them are past the ball carrier right there, right? Okay, bad job vicing the football. Great job. Let's save the whales right quick because this is damn sure a hold right here on C.J. Allen, isn't it? Yep, C.J. Allen. This is damn sure a hold right here. I mean, that's about as bad as it gets. Okay, and that was a 3rd and 2 that would have been made a 3rd and 12. Save the whales. Pay the teachers. I need world peace. Amen? Yeah. What? You didn't think it was a hold?
No, I do, but
I got sad sack Jonathan in here today.
I'm saying that's not what I'm chopping this up to.
Oh, no. Hell no. You gave up almost 500 yards total offense. No, you can't chop it up to a singular hold on 3rd and 2. No.
But yeah, I call it hold, but who cares?
Yeah, that's what the hand was. I got you. Hey, this kid ran by everybody. This Stribling kid, I mean, he's about to get yardage and stack Dalen Everett, which I didn't think was going to happen in this ball game. Did you? I mean, he's leaving. He got everybody.
It's also just a perfect ball.
Oh, it's an elite football. And to do it off of this snap is insane. What the hell are they doing with the tight end? Hey, We'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the number one place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. I mean, come on, man. This guy was in his ever-loving bag on Thursday night, Friday night, whenever this game was, as an OC. But what a throw off of a jacked-up snap, too.
Not much you can do.
Nope. Not much you can do for that one, except for be exactly there. And play through the hands, but we can't even. We tried to play through the hands.
Yep.
Great ball. This is one of those clips where I'm like, the system neutralizes whatever advantage you have. You know what I mean? Like, dude, how much faster could we get to him? How much more chaos can we create? How many more people can we destroy? Do you know what I mean? This is a 17-yard gain, Jonathan. A 17-yard gain right here, and this is what we did to that offensive line. So you're going to hear a ton. I'm telling you, you're going to hear a ton about how Miami is going to absolutely create mincemeat of this offensive line. They get made mincemeat all the time. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really matter because the system has created significant advantages outside the box at all times. I ran across the note several months ago leading up to the first matchup. Guys, Ole Miss has not had a top 90 selection at the offensive line position since 2018. They don't have dudes over there. They don't need them. They don't throw a bunch of assets at it either. They don't throw a bunch of money or time at getting dudes on the offensive line. They worry about getting dudes everywhere else, okay? Dudes that can do stuff like that, create face mask penalties because they're so great after the catch. I mean, Xavier McLeod runs through the center like he is water. It does not matter. We got a free hitter on him, right? Elo Mendozi's getting home as fast as he humanly possibly can. It does not matter, 17-yard gain. And you can say, we got to tackle better. You're right. We have to tackle better. There's no doubt. But even if we tackle him at the spot, he's getting 7 yards. What are we alerting right now, Jonathan?
Tight end moving into the running back.
And thus, what are we alerting? Quarterback run. We're alerting quarterback run. I'm sitting over here on the sideline, my voice cracking, going, QB run, QB run. And because I do it all the time, even when Georgia has tendencies, I'm like, because I can't help it. My brain just spits it. And you know how it happens when I do things like that. Like 4 or 5 guys around me are like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Ball nowhere. Quarterback run, got to be cueing it right here. When the tight end's anywhere lined up in the vicinity of the quarterback as a pseudo rushing threat, okay? And guess what else we cannot do him? We can't over squeeze him either, okay? Number 4, we can't over squeeze him either. He's a great bouncer of the football and he's really, really fast. It's a great recovery. Most people don't recover as well as KJ did right there, okay? It's a great job right here of the recovery, but I'd rather you stay outside, okay? If we're going to squeeze, let's squeeze with outside intent, make them cut north and south to our teammates, okay? If we're going to squeeze, we need to continue to squeeze this way, not chase the hip of number 8. Whew. Fast football players, man. A lot of speed on this football field. Man, what a call this is. I've seen a lot of the whip return down here, right, Jonathan? Where we take one of these wide receivers and we pretend to run a slant and then run back out. See a lot of that, okay, especially off of what we call zipper motion, where we zip down and then zip back out. See a lot of it. I have yet to see this one be thrown behind the line of scrimmage with such said route, okay? I thought this was really, really elite. We're going to throw this behind the line, okay? So we're going to have him work negative right here. You know why? So we can get a good rub right here from dribbling in against this bump and run man-to-man. This is an absolute tud if we catch this football. It's thrown a little firm and a little out in front of us, okay? I know why it's thrown out in front of us, because he wants to turn us back to the pylon right here, but it's thrown just a little firm, and it goes through our fingertips out there at wide receiver. But wait till you see the space out here. You better get ready for this as well. Every team better just start getting ready for this. I think everyone's going to start throwing this one. I see a lot of, like I said, this whip action, but I don't see a lot of it thrown behind the line of scrimmage with an ability to rub the guy responsible for running down that whip. This is just an on-time strike from the quarterback, man. I mean, I don't know how many times – they're in 12 personnel. I don't know how many times you prepare for that when you go to play Ole Miss, to be honest with you. You know, this tight end is very, very far down the scouting report, okay? We scouted 8. We scouted 4. We didn't scout number 9, who went viral for unfortunate reasons this weekend. I need something other than I got to fly to Turkey to plug it. You know what I mean? One of y'all droppers to work, because my shit's getting thin too. I get nervous. All right, here we go. Great. Hey, shit, they're in 13 personnel, Jonathan. I didn't even see 85 there, did you? God dang, he was in his bag, man. What an on-time rip from the quarterback, though, right? We're checking the arrow route right now. We're looking at it. Watch how we're ready to strike as soon as we get to the other one. Boom, foot in the ground, ball out. We don't have very much space there, did we, at the break point? We do as we break out. Great grab. 4 drives, 30 plays. They moved it pretty efficiently throughout the football game. Even the fumble drive, Jonathan, this is the fumble drive, and this is the fumble play. Even this drive started 3 plays, 17 yards. Just doing that to you. 7 yards in a cloud of dust. I don't even know how this ball spit out, to be honest with you. I think Elijah Griffin or Chris Cole, one or the other, get a ball on, or a hand on the ball.
I think it's Chris.
You think it's Chris? Did TV copy show us?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Again, man, like the best players on the football field were really, really young cats for the University of Georgia. This was the only time I felt like, Jonathan, they hunted an explosive on first down. This is PN10 right here. They'd been hunting 7-yard chunks, getting into 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2 here. Now they hunt a chunk, and it doesn't get completed. Pressure gets home, and now they're in 2nd and 10. I think this is one of your only 3 and outs as a defense. I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. They ultimately walked the ball here. Oh, no. This is the second half, or the drive before the half. That's why they're taking a chunk. I'm an idiot. Yeah, down distance formation personnel. That's why it's always important to check these every once in a while. There's 2.5 minutes left on the clock. They're trying to hunt a chunk for that reason and purpose only. All right. Now, this was elite, man. This was absolutely elite. Georgia does such a great job of disguising man coverage right here, okay? It looks a lot like man, looks a ton like man coverage. It's going to bump into zone coverage, all right? We're going to see corner bail right there. Boom. Corner's bailing. Now, look at Trinidad. Watch how his eyes are already over here as the ball is being snapped, and he's looking at that corner because that corner bailing tells him that it's not man coverage, it's zone coverage, okay? So before he even gets to the top of his drop, he's re-clicked already, and now his eyes are on the middle of the field because he's about to read this drag or dig, if you want to call it, from the tight end. He's going to throw it on time, and I think it's a drop from the tight end. But look how quickly we collect this information. It's such a great job. holding and disguising this man-to-man coverage. They even give a little motion to try to figure it out just a little bit more. As an offense, we hold it as long as we can as a defense, and look how quickly he clicked out of it. Did you see that, Jonathan? Look how quickly his eyes get on that corner. I can't tell you how many young quarterbacks or inexperienced quarterbacks, because to be frank, this is the 10th start against Power 5 competition from this kid, and he immediately, that's great coaching, that's great coordinating, that's a great job of obtaining all of the information we possibly can, right, as quickly as we possibly can. The ball's got to get caught, 8. Ball's got to get caught. Quarterback's doing a great job, man. We got to help him out there. All right. So, this is the targeting call. What's your take on it? Before I show you this and before I give you mine, what's your take on it, Jonathan?
Complete BS.
Complete BS. All right.
Complete BS.
Here's my take. There's 2 types of targeting, okay? There is contact with the crown of the helmet as a defender, right? And then there is contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless receiver, or a defenseless ball carrier, rather. Hold on. He takes 2 steps and prepares for contact. I will say that, all right? And if this were a reception and a clean hit and the ball popped out, it would be a fumble. That's how I decided it. That's how I deciphered it, rather, right? Like, we're trying to decide whether or not the wide receiver is indeed defenseless. Well, how do we do that? Well, did he make a football move? I think so. I think we take 2 steps and we prepare for contact. Thus, we are no longer defenseless. Okay? That's my opinion. However, gruesome. Gruesome hit towards the head. It is at the head or neck area for sure. That's why the flag came out. Now, the review was way too quick.
Yeah.
That's my take. All right? Save the wheels.
Just sucks too, because if he breaks the tackle and he doesn't tackle him, then people are complaining that he didn't help in on the tackle.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we're well past the era where there is no win for a defensive player.
Yeah, it's impossible for them.
Yeah, no, we're well past that era. But here's my thing. Look, if this is how you should decide whether or not he's defenseless. Would it be a reception if he fumbled the football? Yes, because he took 2 and went upfield, right? Mm-hmm. He's no longer defenseless if he's got time to take 2 steps and go upfield. That's my opinion. But, woo, that's bang, bang. Also, God, I love me some K and Lee. I mean, mouthpiece pop out. You take the biggest hit of the football game. We're in 2 minutes, buddy. I ain't got time to be no bitch. You know what I mean? We ain't even got time to pick up our mouthpiece. We're going to run right to the referee, hand him the football, and keep it pushing. No, we're going to spot the damn thing for him. I love that kid. I've always loved that kid. I think CJ gets a finger on this ball. I think that's why they drop it. You tell me, Jonathan. Or did Caleb Odom just drop this football?
When I watched it, it looked like he just dropped it.
Okay. Also, another really good pickup by the running back. I'm going to tell you what, that dude who coaches running backs, they do blitz pickup about as good as anybody I've watched. Huh? No, they have to. Yeah, it's a good point. Let's just talk some football right here. 8. We have no timeouts left. Get your big ass out of bounds. You are catching this football at 3 yards, and you think you're about to make multiple people miss and pick up 7? Also, even if you do, we got to go up and clock the football now. Get your ass out of bounds. Quarterback, throw it away from him, not upfield. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we got to throw this to this shoulder, and don't give him the option to turn his butt upfield and in towards, grass where we can't get the clock stopped. 43 snaps in the first half, Jonathan. That's a lot. That's a lot of snaps. Now, another win for them versus man-to-man coverage, okay? And this is why a lot of teams don't play man-to-man coverage, because it's not real. People say it's 50-50, okay? But when we lose as a defense, we lose with chunks. We don't just lose with we gave up 7. Nah, we gave up 19. Later we're going to give up 45. Later we're going to give up a 22-yard touchdown. We don't just lose, minor field position. We lose explosively, and that's why a lot of teams don't do it, okay? And also, we could play the best coverage in the history of the world. We get beat by a back shoulder fade and an elite football right here. And by the way, we got home. We got all kind of pressure on him. We get a free hit. Costs a chunk every time. I mean, I think they're even, they're in full, it's RPO actually. They're in run action as an offensive line. What a ball. I got to turn my brightness down. I'm losing battery too fast. I didn't think the ones, this group right here, I think that's nice. We'll get to the tight. I didn't think the ones needed any help in the box stopping the run. I thought maybe they thought some of the young guys that got thrown in there did, Jonathan. I think that also could be part of that. Why are y'all playing so much? Why aren't y'all, you know what I mean? All the skepticism could be made whole by knowing that, that's still a young football player in Joseph Jonah, but he's playing next to vets and around vets. Okay, and the younger and more inexperienced we get in there, the more bodies we're going to have to throw at it because we know they're not that good at it or as good as these guys. I mean, watch 94 and 52 in the box right here. They're good. We got 5 guys in the box versus 6 right here, really, as a defense. If you look at the count, he's an extended box player, as is the safety. We're playing 5-on-7 right here, and we're going to stuff it for a -2. Okay? But the thinner and thinner we get, the more and more snaps we take. Now we got younger players on the field. Do you know what I mean? There are going to be so many people that talk about how much of an advantage Miami's defensive line has. I'm going to be one of them. I'm also one of these people that know it's never mattered. Dude, we watched Tulane park these dudes in the backfield for 4 quarters. For two reps or 2 times at it. It didn't matter. Another elite, inefficient play call right here. It's 1st and 10. It's about to be 2nd and 2. Okay? It's 1st and 10. It's about to be 2nd and 2. Or actually, it's 2nd and 10 right now. Now it's about to be 3rd and 2. Which mathematically, these 2 things right here, that what's about to happen, statistical anomalies. It is not 3rd and 10. It's 3rd and 2. You are not stopping a quarterback run team at 3rd and 2. You're just not. Not at the ball at the middle of the field. You know why? Because they're going for it on 4th and 1. This was incredible. At this point, I was sitting on the sideline thinking, there's the stop. That's the one. They're going to be all right now. Georgia's going to be okay now. They're going to figure it out. Nope. You know who it is again making this play? It's really Dinkins. Dinkins sees this trip stack and just runs his face into somebody, and it creates a bubble. Watch this. Everybody else can vice to the ball. Also, great job by Ellis. Really, really great recognition and closing speed right there by 1. Whew. And then on 4th and 1 to get a stop's insane. I think it's due to 99. I mean, he went viral for this play. Elijah did. But it's really this kid. It's really JJA that stays low, stays firm, and gets his hands on the running back right there. Great job by 90, of course, running through and putting the tight ends, feet 2 yards behind the backfield or 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But everybody else, I thought the play was made, in my opinion, by 99. This hide Stripling package absolutely worked, you guys. And they didn't even try to hide him this time. They motioned him to the backfield now. And anytime I see somebody motion to the backfield and do this hopping shit, I know they're going left or right now as soon as the ball snapped. Amen? Do you think the same way? I mean, I watched Jeremy Bernard at Alabama do the same stuff. Anytime they come to the line of scrimmage or in the box and they start hopping, they are moving directly east or west when they do so. He's headed east right now, and he's going to do so explosively after the catch. Another great P and 10 call right here. Pick up 12 yards. Let's go. I think the key right here for me at the running back position is this kid's spatial awareness is just so beyond elite. Okay, and especially when you slow him down, because when you watch him full speed, you can't quite see all the nuances. But watch him, Jonathan. He's baiting. He's right here waiting for him to commit. Most guys are just going to do this right here. They're going to sprint right to that cutback lane, and then 33 is going to close, fall on his feet for a +4. How many times you seen that one, Jonathan? But nope, we're going to keep pressing, and then we're going to bounce and get to 61 over here. Watch how much of how patient 61 gets to be for C.J. Allen to fight back over the top. We'll talk about C.J. Allen in just a second, but this dribbling package by this point in the game, Jonathan, had created so much problems for these guys because they hadn't seen it. Watch 3. We're going to run dribbling right to the arrow right here. 3's going to point and overreact and jump a gap right here. It's something that he rarely ever does. You know what I mean? We're out of position right now to fit this run on the front side where we're supposed to be. So much so that 61 is going to be able to wait for us to get over there. That rarely happens for a football player like C.J. Allen unless you had something in your pocket for 14 games. What a coordinator. What a coordinator. It's a great job again right here by Dink. Great job right here. This against a tight end. You take a smoke like that to a tight end as an 18-year-old freshman. We'll take that. Now, hey, we got to get better going backwards, right? We got to get better against all the rubs and all that good stuff. Stuff that comes with what? Experience and time. But from a physical standpoint and being able to bring that fight to folks, about said that shit. Bring that fight to folks, he's got that, okay, in spades. Now, this hurts, okay? I think this is the third. Is this really 3rd and 2? I can't tell the possession. Do you remember what it was on this big explosive play?
I can't remember.
No, this is 4th and 3. See it down there? 4th and 3. Actually, kind of like a long 3. It's like 4th and almost 4. This really hurts because it's 4th and 4. And for the first time all day, we as a defense get no pressure. None. He sits back there for a while, gets through the entire progression, and gets the ball off. Now, why do we get no pressure as a defense? Well, this used to be Gabe Harris. Now it's J.J. Hane. All right, so there's that. And I don't know who's in at nose. Or Joshua Horton, when to start the season, it was Jordan Hall. You know what I mean? And this is just a great rep from them from a pass protection standpoint. Chris Cole's burnt as a quarterback spy, so they're really only rushing 4 right here and trying to push the pocket. I also think that they don't get a stunt thrown because of this angle from CJ. CJ's taking a direct angle this way instead of running right down the midline towards the quarterback. When I see him run this way, I assume it's because he's expecting that from someone else, and they don't get that. Do you see that, Jonathan? That's a weird angle for that linebacker to be taking unless he's expecting a stunt. He doesn't get it, I think, because we got we got quick-setted right there at the defensive tackle position. But what a hand swipe from the right tackle right here on J.J. Hane. Now, obviously, that's a young football player, but wow, what a rep right there from that kid. Got to make tackles, man. But even if we make the tackle right there, they pick up the first down. But also, holy shit, that number 9 can run. Amen. Right here, once he guys, what? Number 4 right there, by the way. I know he's starting from I'm spinning around. Number 4 right there was a sub-11 second 100-meter runner as a 15-year-old. And he about to get ran down too. Woof. Dude, the Harrison Wallace kid was like a 4.38 guy at Penn State, wasn't he? Woof. Something just happened?
No, I'm making sure nothing happened.
I mean, yeah, it's one of them times of the year, man. Hell with all that. Hey, you can't over-squeeze this guy. Miami folks, if you're watching this, you cannot over-squeeze this football player. All right, he is too good. You cannot over-squeeze him. He will bounce you. Zion. Talking to you. Can't over squeeze him, man. He's going to outrun you too. He's too fast. He's a walk-in touchdown. Timestamp.
53.
Oh, we did all right. Hey, this Dinkins dude, not to be messed with. Just stop throwing flats and screens over there to him. He going to run through your face. I mean, holy shit. These 3 plays lost the game right here defensively. I mean, the whole thing was not great. Like, they're moving the ball the whole time, but this gutted you. These 3 plays right here, and being 3 plays in a row. We got them ball started on the 24, and we created a negative on the first play. So it's 2nd and 11 right here, and he does this. We got a free rush, or at least getting home. He buttons out again, flip to Lacey, and now what should have been a sack turns into 3rd and 7. It reminded me of the first play we watched from the first matchup, where he's spinning around, but he does it 3 times in a row. And it's like, golly, man, what do you do as a DC? What do you do as a defensive team when you do stuff like this as a quarterback? I mean, good God. And you get him again. I think he cat him right here, which means you're plugging the corner and doing a great job of disguising it too. I mean, look how late y'all disguise that cat. I mean, he makes a 4.38 runner look like he's a 4.6 runner. It's crazy. And then we get a hit on the back twice behind the sticks and don't get him on the ground. Ugh, man. That's another elite pickup by this kid, man. As much as he's a great runner, and he's the best back, like I said, available right now, but holy hell, what a pass protector. It's insane. And then I thought this one right here, it's 3 plays in a row. We got a free rusher as a defense getting home, and the twitch to just get out of here. Stay attached, dude. Stop looking in the backfield. Stop. If he runs, we have 9 other people that better tackle his ass before he gets to you. All right? There's no point in looking in the backfield. Stay attached. And we lose our guy right here, and it costs 44 yards. Can't do that ever. Can't do this ever. Just absolutely neutralizing all bad offensive line play over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. What a dot. And guess what they do? They get right back to the Hyde stripling package, and they get another one. Another one. I think it's a really good job right here on this run by this tight end. I mean, he had 2 big plays in this football game that created touchdowns. Watch this. He is going to help solidify Xavier McLeod's block on H insert. Okay, he's going to get the hip of 94 and then get up to C.J. Allen and get his block. I mean, look at that. That's a great job by that kid. He didn't play a ton all year, I didn't feel like. And he comes in at a massive football game, the biggest of his life, and does that on the 2 biggest plays that they needed, man. Now, this is a 2-point conversion. I don't know. I've never played corner in my life, but you have to play every single minute, every single millisecond of the play with urgency, or else space is going to be created. And the moment space is created, you could lose. That's how playing man-to-man coverage works. So you literally, there's a moment right here where we kind of die, our feet kind of die, put us in 2. There's a moment where our feet kind of die right here, and then you'll see them re-accelerate themselves. We can't ever have that moment of where our feet die. Look, feet are dead, and then we kind of have to re-accelerate ourselves. We can't have that, all right? We're going to ultimately lose the rep if we do. Also, great ball. I mean, thrown so early. We got, of course, pressure again. Going to hit him on this one. Doesn't even matter. Then they get the ball back after a 4th and 2 that shouldn't have been. Should have been a punt. Should have been a 4th and 7 punt. And first time all game, Jonathan, that they've hit the tight end pop. They have thrown everything at you, and I mean everything at you. And now they throw their real bag, their easy money bag. And they waited 65 snaps into the game to do so. Talk about having all the spades left for you. They had them, man.
There's even a point in the game where they show Kirby on the sideline telling them to watch for tight end pop. Like he just felt like eventually they were going to do it.
I never thought this would happen to this guy 3 times into the prep for this team. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just never. I was expecting like him to, now, it's not his fault. They threw a whole nother package at him. You know what I mean? They threw the whole sink. And then you do this. You know, at this point for me though, like having watched it in hindsight, and I don't really allow these guys to not know what's happening in the game. You know what I mean? Like you have to be able to respect, because they got the iPads too. They're sitting there doing what I do on a Saturday night or a Sunday morning. They're doing it right there in between the breaks. So there is no not feeling the flow of the game. You see what I'm saying? There is no allowing that to happen anymore in my mind. You have to be great at those in-game adjustments. You have to be great noticing things like that, right? And at this point, if I'm sitting over there as a defensive analyst watching the iPad like I do, I'd be saying, all right, that's like the 3rd time in a row we've lost one of these one-on-ones. It's like the 3rd time in a row we're losing man-to-man. Maybe we don't need to be making that our game plan. You see what I'm saying? You might have to get to that point, okay? Now, I have no earthly idea how you missed this face mask call. None. Absolutely none. I guess kudos to 99 for getting his hand back out really, really quickly. Maybe they thought he grabbed his shoulder pad. I have no idea. That was about as bad of a face mask miss as I've seen. Now, I'm not going to do that. I thought they missed one on a Georgia back early in the football game too. Didn't Nate get kind of swiped?
Yeah.
Not as bad as that. I mean, he got snatched around. Mm-hmm. And then 99 makes another play here by getting a tip. I thought tips created more stops than anything else in this football game, to be honest with you.
Both sides.
Yeah, on both sides. So here's the deal. A lot of people going, why are they playing bumper run man-to-man on 3rd and 5? A lot of people ask me that. I got asked that on the radio. I think this is why, to be honest with you. Because they got no timeouts left, and they started a 1-minute, 2-minute drive. You see what I mean? A 1-minute, 2-minute drive with no timeouts. They started with a run. That screamed to me in the stadium, overtime. That's what we're thinking right here, right? That's what I thought they were playing for overtime. And I think the 3rd down defensive call is that too. I think they might be running the ball, and they're not. Okay, so the idea that we run the ball right here and get tackled in bounds with no timeouts, that was a little surprising to me. Also, great recovery by 9, because 10 has no idea the ball's running by him right now. 10 has no clue that ball's being cut. So great job right here by 9 recovering. Also, very weird deployment of Zayden Walker. I felt like we didn't play all game, and then we got thrown into the fire in the middle of the 4th quarter. Weird deployment of him. We did not play at all until really these moments right here. Stick. It's the same, one of the very similar play they ran earlier. It's such a great job right here by Caden. Look, most kids will just continue to run that way. He gets back up into this void. Look at this. Watch that right there. Little bump up. Catch the ball, though, 19. You're tough enough to do that. We don't care if we lose a kidney today, 19. Come on, man. Hey! Good job, Zion. All right, here's the one. I think they're running the ball. That's what I think. Okay? But we're beat so early down here at the nickel spot. I also think this late communication right here between us and the other safety, I think that's KJ, trying to figure out whether or not if they rub, I'm going this way, that way. There's a moment of late communication right there that I think has us unprepared for when the ball snaps. See how we were late to get our eyes back onto our assignment, and now he's already, into our toes, and good God, did he stack us and run away from us. Thank God the ball was thrown inside, or else you wouldn't even have had a chance, I don't think, Jonathan. Also, boy, would have Dalen Everett been a freaking hero, dude. Oh, my God. What a drive down on the football. Oh. And a great job by the OC just saying, throw that bitch out of bounds. 2 plays in a row. Thoughts?
Good job by Ole Miss. I mean, it feels like playing against them sometimes, like when they do beat you, it's almost a feeling of not much you can do as many times. Like, yeah, Georgia didn't play their best defensively, didn't get off the field in some key moments, but there's also plays in there where it's like, scheme beat you, their players beat you, they made great individual efforts. So, I mean, what sucks most about this result to me is, like, especially sitting here watching film, it's the last time we're watching 3. It's the last time we're watching 52. Last time we're watching, like, those are the things that suck most to me when, like, coming back and watching it.
Loved watching that football team this year.
Yeah, it was such a joy.
They fought
Loved
their
it
ass
so
off.
much.
They fought their ass off. We'll flip over and watch the offensive side of the football for you guys tomorrow. Hey, hope you enjoyed it, especially if you're an Ole Miss fan. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.